What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of MZ Squared. My name is Martin.
And I'm Marcela.
And today is our first ever, interview.
We have a special guest.
We have a special guest, Mr. Clean himself.
Mr. Adel Pelora.
Hey, I didn't ask him if it's okay to say his last name.
Oh, Mr. Adel.
There's supposed to be
It's
a
live, already happened.
No, you can.
Yeah, I can still edit. I do some post editing, you know what I mean? But so Adel is here today because there's something that he's done before that I've actually never done myself, and I've been very
And I won't ever do so.
Yeah, I've been very intrigued to do something like that. I don't know if I'm down just because fuck the police. Oh, no?
No respect.
Alright, my bad. That's just my countryside, alright? It's my culture. Pa mi gente.
You're the most.
Alright,
I don't
anyways.
even gonna say anything.
So, that's our guest, Adele.
So what has he done that you haven't done that
I
you
know I
didn't?
haven't said it. He's gone to a bunch of ride-alongs. What is a ride-along? How many have you gone to?
Honestly, probably like 15.
15 right.
Same cop, different cop?
Different, mainly with the same cop, but I've gone with different agencies as well.
Oh, it's through an agency? It's
Well,
not
the police,
directly through
the police department is known as an agency. as
Oh,
well.
got it.
So my first ride along was in Westminster, so it was with the Westminster Police. And then after that, it was with the Santa Ana School Police. Those are the ones I mainly go with. And then after that, it was with the city of Santa Ana.
So the school police, though, like, is this like the student driver driving the cop car with the light? Like,
The
because this
the
is
parking
really
enforcement?
no, for real. This is he told me this story before. I know they're there. It's not those guys, right? They're
No.
Yeah.
This is an actual police department. That they're sworn officers. They enforce the same laws that a regular police officer does. They have the same duties, you know what I mean? Just their job is they're assigned to the schools pretty much. They work for the school district, specifically in Santa Ana. They work for the school district, and so they're pretty much school employees, but at the same time they're state employees as police officers. But they're full-on police department. Exactly what you would find in a regular city police department, you would find with the school police.
He's probably answered all of our questions.
no.
Let's start with those.
No, yeah.
No, not necessarily.
I want to retract my "fuck the police" statement.
Oh, now you want to retract?
I was going off a movie. I was ill-informed, and I've been drinking alcohol.
A lot of it, actually.
All right, so we do have a few questions. Me and Marcelo have looked these over, and this is, I think, what most people would ask in these cases. The kid is about to get the water. Dang! For those of you watching at home, Zaylee. Oh, all right, she's okay.
At least she ain't thirsty. So
She
you
was-
got a pool to clean up, but
This is, you know what though? I'm telling you, man, this is one of the things where we want to do a podcast, right? We've always wanted to do. We want to do more. Right now, we're just parents at home. Our kids are growing up, but we want to do something, and it's either do it with them. Like you could hear them right now. You could hear the kids in the background and whatnot, but.
Anyways, let's get these questions.
Yes, it don't matter.
No, nothing doesn't matter, but we're just.
We're just making it happen. Don't worry about it.
So our first question to you, Adel, is how did you get into going on ride-alongs?
So how did I get into going on ride-alongs? I didn't prepare these questions, by the way. I did not get a heads up on these questions.
I thought you said he did.
He
You
did.
should be asking for something.
I don't know if you know or not, man. This is live, all right. This is.
I understand.
It's on. It's okay. It's okay.
I
They
understand.
know. I then requested that he get the questions in advance.
I did get them in advance. I just wanted to know exactly what is it that they wanted to talk about.
All right, and he has answers. So here we are. So how did you get
into ride-alongs?
going on ride-alongs?
So how did I get into ride-alongs? So growing up, I've always wanted to be a police officer. It was one of those things that as a kid, I've always wanted to be a cop. I mean, usually a lot of kids they always have dreams of doing something, and mine was to be a cop. So, anyways, fast track to high school. I became friends with the school cop there. He was really cool.
Would, totally.
Yeah. Were you friends with the security?
I was.
Yeah.
They were cool too, though.
Were you a narc?
No, knowing you
No.
now, it's like totally you would be friends with the security guard.
They were cool, you know what I mean? But nobody told me anything anyway, so there was nothing to narc about, you know? But anyways, I was cool. I was friends with the school cop, and he would always like show me stuff, like, for example, evidence and stuff like that, or like, dude, look, we got this girl drugs and stuff like that, and little stuff like that. Nothing crazy. He wouldn't tell me anything.
And
about
again, this is an
specific
actual
cases.
uniformed officer, a cop.
Yeah, they're cops.
Cops, not
People
like.
think that school.
I'm
police is
thinking like
cops.
Paul Blart, mock cop. I just have to get it out of my head. I know. I believe you. It's a cop.
No.
It's
Cool.
the sirens, right? And
We
the whole
pulled
black and
people
white.
over. We went to. I won't talk about the ride.
Yes, so
Believe me,
that's
it
how
is
you-
a cop.
that's how
So
you
I'll
got
tell you how I got into
you
it.
talked
So
to
I
him.
became friends with him. But actually, that's not how I did my first ride along. I took a. Do you guys remember in high school that they had I think they were called ROP classes?
Yes.
Yes.
You guys remember what it stands for?
It's like you.
Regional occupational.
Sure.
Profession. I don't know.
I just know that they worked and they got paid, right? You could work.
Yeah, but I didn't take those. But most of them were like college courses, or they were courses of different careers that different people would teach. And you, as a high school student, you could take these classes. There were extracurricular classes.
Yeah.
And well, I had a criminal justice class, and that's the class I took. It was at the Westminster High School, and I was able to get my first ride along through the Westminster PD.
Damn.
Yeah.
In high school?
I was in high school. Yeah, I was in high school. So that was honestly all the ride-alongs have been somewhat exciting. That one I remember because it was my first. You know what I mean? So
Always remember your
Oh.
first. Is that where you were like, I'm gonna be a cop? Is that
hell
when you
yeah!
decided?
Before that, to
Oh
be
yeah,
honest, but,
yeah. All right. So
yeah.
what happened?
So pretty much after that, I think one of the call that I remember the most was there was a fight. There was a fight between, I believe it was two neighbors. Honestly, man, I don't remember what they were talking about. It was some fight. They were upset. They were beating the crap out of each other. And it was funny because the cop, he didn't arrest them. He went up to them and cursed them out and everything. Like, calm the fuck down, both of you. You're like,
Oh, yeah?
do you want to go to fucking jail? No. Do you want to fucking go to jail? No. You know what I mean? So the people said, nah, they calmed down or whatever. And then he pretty much just told them, look, if I got to come back, one of you motherfuckers go to jail. You know what I mean? So,
Dang.
and we left. And that was
No paperwork today.
no paperwork today. Yeah, and we left. That one I remember. We pulled somebody on probation. We ended up arresting the guy. He had I think he had a little bit of drugs.
Oh,
Maybe a little bit. I think he had a little bit of drugs in his car or something like that. But because he was on probation, everything, we had to tow the car and everything. This is my first ride along the Westminster PD.
Dang.
So you had a little bit of everything in the first
Yeah,
one. Hey, that's not your shoe.
it wasn't enough for me to be super excited, but it was definitely something.
Well, you arrested somebody, or you were part of it.
I was part of it.
Say
Alright.
Chris.
I was part of the rest. Yeah, for sure. So
So-
that answers that question.
All right. So let me ask you. So here's the other question. So what do you like most about the ride-alongs, and then what do you dislike?
What do I like most? I think what I like most would be the adrenaline rush. Nothing crazy. Honestly, I don't think I've been on anything crazy. The most craziest call that I think I've been on, there was a few, but I think there was a riot. There was some sort of riot with two gangs at a park. And pretty much we went code 3. Code 3 means lights and sirens. Everybody go, you know. So pretty much it came over the radio, hey, there's a riot between two gangs.
I wish I had a camera right now, just to show the background. I'm sorry, man.
I'm
You're
trying
trying
to
to like
concentrate.
concentrate. It's
I'm
alright.
I'm trying to stay character. I have Davey
All
over
you hear
here
is Marcel like,
pulling on my leg.
oh my
Zaylee's
goodness.
eating shoes. I'm sorry.
Oh dang, were they tasty, Zaylee?
So the adrenaline, you like the
The
adrenaline?
adrenaline. Yeah, so I was saying that it was a riot call. So pretty much code 3, lights and siren. It was funny because when we were going code 3 to the call, I'm not gonna tell you we're going to the cop, but this guy was playing a game on his phone as we were going 100 fucking miles an hour down the street. And I remember because I was just like, oh my god, I was
Like,
a driving
he's
instructor.
gonna crash.
I was a driving instructor at the time. So for me, that it was just like, oh shit, like we're about to die. This one's going fast. We have lights and sirens on. You know, we're going real fast, and he's worried about not losing his game. You know?
Oh, that sounds like Martin.
He reminds me of a Martin and an Eliza.
I would not be driving and doing
Hey,
that.
you've done that before, where you're like and at a red light and you're like, please, I'm like, dude, pay attention.
I do not condone this message.
But
Zaylee's time. Let's take a kid break.
a commercial. We'll be back.
It's her as Zamora's tamales promo now.
Stay in tune.
Pacifico.
No,
Cerveza
Zamora's
del
tamales.
Pacifico.
Advertise Zamora's tamales. Your other.
I was gonna say
Mine
Corona.
fine,
Where's your
you're
beach?
fine.
Find your beach.
They'll find your beach.
But this one's La Cerveza del Pacifico.
No, Zamora's tamales though, really. If you want to buy a dozen tamales and you don't feel like making them, hit me up. You know, we make them fresh delivery, no cost.
We're pretty-
I mean, no charge for
No
delivery.
cost.
$20 per dozen.
We're pretty excited that we're gonna have a Zamora's tamales at our lunch on Friday. We get lunch on Friday at work, and Zamora's tamales decided to sponsor.
We're not sponsoring. They're paying.
What?
Sorry, Dex, I tried.
It's still not for sure. The order hasn't come through.
Okay, shoot.
All right.
Are we back?
Let's go to the next question. All right, let's start over. So, Marcela, go.
Oh.
There you go.
So our next question to you, Adel, is how was your experience on your first ride along? If you possibly tell us a story.
Oh, well, I guess
Oh,
you kind
he
of
kinda already did,
Wow,
right?
we're not over here paying attention. Okay.
Duh. So what was the process?
So how do you go on a ride along? So what
Yeah.
did you have
Do you have to like fill out a form? Do you have to like
Yes.
sign your life away pretty much?
Absolutely.
Say if
The
anything
police department is
happens.
not going to take any responsibility if something happens to you.
Yeah.
You definitely have to sign a waiver saying, look, I understand the risk. I understand I might get shot today. I
No way,
understand.
really?
Of course. You're a cop. You're not a cop, but you're with the cops. Sorry, I got excited.
You're not a cop.
But I mean, you're out there. You're exposed to the same things that these law enforcement officers expose themselves to every single day. And,
Do they at least give you a pepper spray bottle?
They give you a bulletproof vest, no?
no.
No, what?
No, you don't wear
They didn't have
anything?
your size or what?
Hey, I've seen fat cops, alright? And they were bulletproof vests. You tripping.
That's not bulletproof vest, no more, bro. That's just a bulletproof curtain.
That's called thick skin.
All right.
So they don't give you any sort of protection? nothing?
No, not at all. I personally, I do carry a few things on me.
You can when you go?
Yeah, I guess they haven't told me not to. I guess you know what I mean.
Okay.
So I do carry a pepper spray.
Yeah, you have a whole belt, no?
Yeah,
No, but
we don't
what
talk about that.
Nah, it's cool. What did you?
we don't talk about
you
that
know what?
on camera.
Because you have a thing that you're not supposed to have, but I can't say the thing.
Anyway, so you...
I don't know what he's talking
to
about.
take it out.
I don't condone this message.
Ask the agent if you need to delete that.
I'm sorry, I lost track.
So you just signed a sort of an application
No,
or
but where'd
like
you go?
a
Did you go to the
waiver?
police department?
Yes, I signed a waiver. They give it to you before a sergeant has to approve it.
But he means you go to the police station
To
to
do that?
sign
Yes,
this?
correct.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they I'm pretty sure they run your driver's license. They ask you for a copy of your driver's
To make
license.
sure you don't have like any like...
The warrants. Well, when I
Tickets or
went to
anything?
Santa Ana PD, they told me, we're gonna run you for warrants, and they ran me for warrants.
You'd be pretty stupid to go to the PD to be wanted to do a ride along
If you're...
and you have a warrant.
But you know what? Procedures happen for a reason. So I'm sure at one point that wasn't a thing. People police department probably
Move it from here. Thank you. Sorry.
I won't.
Okay, so Adel is our first and last guest. No one.
Can we start over? I feel like we missed a lot of detail.
Oh, don't worry, Adel. We're not. We're still
Alright.
good. Don't worry. Don't worry.
What is in here?
Keep going.
Okay, I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
So we were talking about. So, what are the rules? Are there any rules in going on ride along? Because you were telling us about where do you go sign up and stuff.
Okay,
like
what are the rules of going on a ride along?
that. Yeah.
Okay. So safety always first. Safety, you have to think safety first.
What does that mean?
Safety first means that don't react stupid. Like for example, one time it was here in Santa Ana Police Department. There was a big party. Oh my goodness, I could not imagine. I mean, how many people can actually fit in the house? Martin, think about this. The house was probably 900 square feet. 900 square feet. Think about it. Santa Ana and home, 900 square feet. That's normal, right?
Yeah.
That's normal.
That's almost as big as
That's
we're
like my parents' house.
Yeah.
How many people you think would fit in a house like that for a party?
Like
A
this?
party?
Yeah.
The most 20?
100?
They had a backyard.
Like this? Oh, they had a backyard.
They had a backyard.
You could fit 100 people here.
But like
Yeah, it's gonna be packed.
the
as fuck.
most, probably like 50.
Okay. Guess how many people came out of that fucking party?
You guys counted?
No, but
You could just kind of tell.
75.
Like 200. More?
more.
Like 300 people?
More. Well, it was probably about 900 to 1,000.
Shut your ass up.
Lo juro. Full.
For those of you listening, he did the sign of the cross. Translation, I
Full.
swear.
So it's 100%. And it was one of the craziest things. Anyways, there
You
was
say about 1,000 people fit?
full. I'm not even exaggerating.
Well, 900 square feet, I guess you're right.
They had a
Because a
backyard.
person standing takes about, what, 1 square foot?
I really think
That everybody was just standing like this?
it was that many people. It was that many people that, yes, everybody had to. So anyways, the reason I brought this up was because the rules, safety first.
Wow, would you even go to a party like that?
1,000 people did. You know what I mean? 1,000 people did.
That sounds like a drug house full.
Full.
Or they're holding like
I'll
a
tell
trafficking
you.
house.
I'll even tell you about how the lineup happened right now. Anyways, but the reason I brought safety at first because I was so excited about the situation. I put on my fucking gloves because I had gloves and because I knew we were gonna go into a nasty situation.
Did the cop give you a warning?
No, hold up. Let me tell you. I put on my gloves. I got ready to go into battle. In my mind, I'm like, all right. There was probably about 30, 40 cops.
Wait, because of the code 3?
No, this is a completely.
Oh.
This is a scene. I'm telling you, we're talking about
The
safety
house.
first.
Oh, the safety first.
Safety
Okay,
first.
okay.
So I was excited. I started walking into the crowd. Like I was literally walking into the party. The cop that I was with, he literally grabbed me by the shirt and yanked me. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, hell no. We're not going in there. Like, you know how many people are in there? Like, hell no. Get your ass over here. Don't you ever do that. Safety first. You know, that's why I brought it up because that's what Marcella asked, what does safety mean? Shit like that. Like, I'm not a cop. Stay behind the cop.
Dang.
Follow what they do. Don't do it. But I got excited, to be honest. I got excited.
Did it ever happen again?
Nah.
Yeah.
But it's because it's different. That was with the Santa Ana police. The Santa Ana school police, the cop that I go with. That guy is more like, if I'm getting my ass kicked, you better jump in and help me, or else I'm gonna kick your ass after I'm done kicking the fucking ass. You know what I mean? And with him, I am a lot more proactive. I do jump out of the car right away. I enjoy going with him because he allows me to do that.
It makes you, lets you feel kind of like a cop.
I love it. Yeah. He gives me a radio sometimes. You know, I carry the radio on me. We're always going over situations and like where we're at and stuff like that. And we've busted people. I've taken people to jail with him. You know what I mean? And yeah, we took some 16-year-old to jail one time.
6-year-old.
Yeah, that one was it sucked because she was a youngster, you know what I mean? But she had I think a crack pipe on her. and she had some burglary tools, and she was a runaway. She had gone missing. Pretty much, she was with some gangsters. She was with some gangsters, and they were hanging out at the school. And we called her parents. We actually weren't going to take her to jail. We called her parents first and asked her, "Hey, your daughter's here. You guys have reported her missing. Come pick her up." And the dad said, "Nah, I want nothing to do with her. She's a minor. Guess what? You're gonna go to jail now."
Wow.
It's good. But at the same time, she did have burglary tools on her, and she did have a crack pipe on her. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can tell she was with some bad influence people, and it was crazy because I felt bad for the girl because you can tell she was. I just saw it in her face. She was going through some hard times.
Would you say that that's the craziest thing you saw?
Nah, not at all.
What's the craziest thing you see in the 15 ride-alongs? Now, I know you probably, you did some pre-censoring stuff when you thought about what you're gonna say, what you should say. But come on, man, the people here are listening. They want to hear the scoop. They've never been on a ride-along before, and a lot of people listening will never go on a ride-along. What's the craziest thing you saw? You don't got any names, it's all good.
For sure. Nothing. Look, I don't think anything. This is not. Every time I went on ride-alongs, every time I go on ride-alongs, I always imagine it like the show Cops. In the show Cops, something's always happening, but it makes sense. It's a fucking show.
They gotta put the good
They're
shit.
only gonna put the good stuff in, but if they really recorded a day with a cop,
you get the people like, "Oh, yes sir, yes sir, no sir, here you go sir, you have a great day sir, thank you, it was my fault, I will never be speeding again,
Yep.
Thank you so much, I appreciate you."
Yeah, you don't see it, and cops, so they portray like every call is a badass call. Nah, it's not like that. The down thing about these ride-alongs is that they can get boring, believe it or not. People don't tend to break the law when there's a cop right in front of them. People follow all the traffic laws. All of a sudden, hey, what the fuck? Everybody's a good driver. All day.
But
I know.
I think the cops know that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Which one are you on?
We did. So, what type of hours do you have for the ride-along?
Every ride along I've gone. No, that's not true. I've gone mainly on different ones, but mainly I go graveyard shift. That's my favorite.
So there's daytime shift?
Yeah. Depends on the cop you go with.
So graveyard is from what time?
7 p.m. 7 a.m.
So 12-hour shift.
12 hours. Yeah. I don't stay the whole time. It's definitely. I've never stayed the whole time. I think the most I've ever stayed was like 10 hours.
So you can tell them like, "Hey, I'm done. I want to go home."
Yeah,
and they'll take you back. Or?
Yeah, but honestly, they've always told me like, "Hey, honestly, I gotta go do some paperwork. I'm just gonna go back to the station. You can go home." So that's cool. Yeah.
What time? Like 3?
No, he does 10 hours.
I
From
wasn't
7
listening
to
right there, my bad.
I've left at 3. Sometimes they're like, hey, we're gonna call it a night. Just come home. So
They
I've
can
never
end
stayed.
their shift early? Or
No,
they're
they end me.
ending
Yeah, they
yours?
end me.
They're ending yours.
It's like
Got
the
it.
shadow, you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
shadowing
Got
it.
it.
But it's because I think it's mainly on a slow night. It's been a lot of slow nights at times that I've gone. I always try to go on a Saturday.
Snow night?
Never got on the snow night.
Because you were about to say snow. Alright. Mozilla, what's the next question?
What's a good tip for someone looking to do their first ride along?
A tip for somebody doing the first ride along, first of all, don't have any warrants for your arrest. It's definitely a good tip.
Because you're not going on the ride along.
No, you're gonna go on a ride along, but you're gonna go to the back. You're gonna go in the back of the car to the police station to the jail.
You're gonna see the
Wait, but you're already at the police
It's gonna be a
station.
different point of view. Honestly, there's multiple ways to do it. Is one, walk into the police department and ask and say, "Hey, I am a citizen." Usually, there has to be a reason. You can't just randomly say, "I want to go on a ride," and then they say, "Okay, let's go." It has to be like, "Hey, I'm interested in law enforcement," or "I'm a student in law enforcement," or you may know somebody. You know what I mean? In my case, I've been lucky enough to know different cops, so I've been able to go on different ride-alongs and different experiences.
So it's like you get a different experience with a different cop every time.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
So I think the most exciting thing was one time it was at a school right here. So there had been the alarms went off, the burglary alarms went off. for the school, right?
Oh, like somebody
So
broke in?
yeah, so it was only us, our unit, and then another unit because it's school police. So there's only 2 or 3 working at one time. You know what I mean? At least in the night shift. You know? And we went into every room at gunpoint. You know what I mean? And I got to participate because I was a breacher. My job was to open the door and flash
Let
the
them
light.
in.
Open the door, flash the light, and then they would go with the guns.
Is that safe?
It was safe.
You have to sign on the paper. The waiver says you may die
why would
while
they-
doing this,
But why would they
and you
send
cannot
him
sue.
Yeah, it's because at that point, cops aren't worried about is it safe or is it not safe. They have a job to do, and you're there to shadow them. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. So it's not.
Can people stay in the car?
Yeah, absolutely. If you feel comfortable, but then at that point, why are you going right on?
All right. So you're chasing the action.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I carry cuffs with me. I'm ready to fucking cuff somebody if needed. I carry gloves. I'm ready to jump into a fight if needed. You know what I
He's
mean?
prepared.
You know what? That is true though. You're always the one that pull over to, like, you see someone down on the freeway, you'll pull over.
Yeah, to help out.
Yeah, you see what's up. Yeah. Didn't that almost get you in trouble one time?
That almost got me killed one time.
Like, almost got you pulled over, right? Because the cop pulled over after, and you had I think expired tag. Like, he pulled up
Trying to
behind
think
you.
which one. I've been pulled over quite a few times.
It's
I'm
all
trying to
good.
give out one incident. I'm like,
That's why he likes to ride along. So he gets tips on how to get away with tickets.
We'll
you know
say
what?
that-
If you want to get away with a ticket, let me tell you.
Make a cop laugh.
Make a compliment. Honestly, when you're someone's friend, they tend to be a little nicer to you. You know what I mean? Now it doesn't guarantee it, but let me tell you something.
Oh, I've seen cops write a ticket with a smile. You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, you're so nice." There you go.
But I can guarantee you something, that being a dick to a cop,
Is
that's
that gonna help?
gonna get you a ticket 100% of the time, or you're gonna get in trouble 100% of the time. Being nice can at least give you a chance, maybe a 30% chance. You know what I mean?
What about smart ass? No? Is that the same thing as being
Take
smart?
it as being a dick.
Smart as they don't work.
Sorry, Mom.
But honestly, that's what it is. The cop that I go with, they always tell me that too. Like, honestly, dude, if people are just honest with me, I wouldn't trip. One time, some lady ran a stop sign and she fucking blew up the stop sign. Like, she was swearing to God that no, she didn't. No, she. I'm like, dude, lady, yes, you did.
Yes.
And the cop, he told me afterwards, like, you know what, dude? When I originally stopped her, I wasn't gonna give her a ticket. I was gonna give her a warning, but
But she was so
yeah,
like,
because she did not want to just be honest
He's like, I
about
had
it.
to teach her a lesson.
Oh, that time it was crazy because when we pulled her over, some little kid ran out of the car. Well, we didn't know it was a little kid at the moment. You know what I mean? So all we saw, think about it, as a cop, you're pulling someone over,
Somebody
and
run out.
somebody just fucking dips out of the car and runs into the house.
Oh.
So we thought somebody was gonna get a gun or something.
All you-
Wow.
Like, get prime suspect
So,
number one.
guns went out for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Dang,
On
to
a
a kid?
No, well, we didn't know it was a kid. And, no,
It's just a little short midget or what?
we didn't. It's cause no, but the kid had ran. He booked it. We didn't get him. But guns went out towards the driver because we're like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Just
what
ran
just
out of the
happened?
What
car.
just happened? Yeah, you know what I mean? Say, it's my son, it's my son. I swear, it's my son.
Damn.
And then the son came back out, and then he was wearing the same
Was
clothes.
this on Rad Long number 7?
I don't know what track
Yeah.
it was, but it was on one.
Alright.
Martin's most exciting question. What is your most exciting
Oh,
question?
did you ever play with the siren?
No, I never played with a siren.
Did you ever ask? Or did he tell you?
They
no?
teach me. No, they teach me. Honestly, they tell me, hey, this is the radio. This is what you need to do. If I'm shot, if I'm hurt, do this. This is the siren. They tell me where everything's at. The siren.
Oh, really? Like if you need to call dispatch or something?
Yeah, shit. I got even a backup gun.
You've been given a backup gun?
Let me radiate it.
Yeah.
I was in the police academy. And during the time that I was in the police academy, I had one of my cop friends let me borrow one of his backup guns because I didn't have one, so he let me borrow for the police academy. So I knew how to use that weapon really well. Like I was a pro at it.
Shut your ass up. I know how to use a weapon really well.
No, you don't.
But I never used it.
You remember? I knew the serial number.
Look, all I know is you hold this sideways, it
No,
means kill
no.
shot. You
And
know it.
He told me. He just
This
told me
is not a
that.
video game, Zamora.
He just told me
Clap,
that. Honestly, he just said, "Hey, I have a bad feeling today." So
That's what he told
I was
you?
like, I'm just gonna keep this here. Do not take it out unless you absolutely need to. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Did
well,
it go
that's
down like
nice
that?
to hear.
But
I have a bad
no, that's
feeling
not
today.
that.
How did you feel when he told you though?
Powerful.
You're like,
I'm a cop. What's up? Nah,
I
nah.
got you,
Powerful,
man.
Because I feel like
You're-
something bad is gonna
You're like,
happen.
not on my watch. I'm gonna save you today.
Hey, so have you seen that movie?
End of Watch? Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, like,
no lie,
cry?
I cried.
Okay, if you cried,
I
I'm
cried.
gonna ball my
At
eyes
the
out.
end?
It's sad at the end, but
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Say,
Oh,
I
spoiler
haven't seen
alert.
it.
What's his
You know what?
homie? The one from Ant-Man?
I think that movie. There's a lot of fake movies about cops and everything, but End of Watch, I think it's definitely.
That and Training Day. You know some corrupt motherfuckers out there. Yeah.
I'm sure, like everything that
Shut
exists.
your ass up.
Like
I'm
everything
sure.
that exists.
I hear you.
Like everything that exists.
You're
I'm not
right,
saying-
Marcella said your last name. You know, we want to make sure to keep it PG.
You want to social security? I'm just kidding.
I'm sure it exists, but I don't know any corrupt cops.
When's the most recent one you did?
I did one probably about 3 months ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you ever
So
you
you
ever
still-
thought of going back to try to be a cop? Is that allowed? Can it be done?
It
Are
can't.
you too old?
Nah,
Because I know for the Marines, right? If you're like over 28 or something,
Yeah, it's a certain,
you're too
It's
old.
a certain limit.
Doing?
But there is a limit. But a lot of cops, dude, it's their second career. Like a lot of them used to be teachers, and then
And then they go
it
back.
didn't
to-
work
yeah.
out, and then they're like, I want to try something else. So
He's trying to squeeze himself in behind your chair.
as long as you, I think there isn't an age limit, I'm sure, but as long as you can pass
No, go
all
around.
the tests and
Go around.
everything.
Physical
around.
tests.
Yeah, the physical tests. They have a lot of tests.
Yeah.
So is the physical test what's keeping you away?
No, the physical test is not what's keeping me away. I'm willing to change my diet in an instant if that was if that's the opportunity I would get. You know what I mean?
That's cool, man. All right.
But yeah, as of right now, I'm okay where I'm at. I don't know if I want to go back to doing it again.
Okay.
But you just continue with the ride-alongs.
I definitely will continue with the ride-alongs. I have a lot.
Can it be two people in a ride along?
I've never seen it.
Mm.
I've never seen it. I've been
Yeah, I wouldn't want. Yeah.
I've been the person in the back seat because there's two cops in the car. You know what I mean? On one of my ride-alongs, I got to sit in the back seat, which was uncomfortable as fuck. But
The backseat sucks.
yeah, the back seat does suck.
Damn.
But it is what
Is
it
there
is.
seatbelt and stuff?
Yeah, that's the bill.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I wanted to help you be in it.
All right. Cool. All right, Alan. Well, I think that will conclude our first ever podcast with a guest. You know what? I want to apologize
For all the
for the kids. I know it's a different environment, but it's what we got here. Is what we're working with. So I appreciate you
Squared
coming
times two,
through.
bro.
Huh?
MC squared times two.
MC squared times 2. Yeah, that's you know what it is though. You know, having another person here gets them all riled up. Los alborotó.
Excited.
Now they
Yeah.
got excited because they have visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's normally
They
just
don't really
you
get
two.
visitors.
Yeah, they're not really chilling. But go ahead and put your put any questions in the comment below. What you have, I'll get an answer.
Thumbs up.
Like this comment. Follow at MZ Squared.
Like this video.
Like the video. MZ Squared. Signing off.
Peace out, everybody. Thank you.
Laters.